343 has recently posted a new job listing that basically confirms that a new Halo game is now in development, but also quite a few jobs have been filled in the past month at 343, so there's a bit to unpack today. But first, guys, if you enjoy these kind of videos, smash that like button blue. It really would help this video out on the YouTube search results and get it out to more Halo fans, and plus I appreciate it a ton personally. Let's go ahead and jump into the news. This video is supported by Audible. Snag yourself a free Halo audiobook right down in the description below. First spotted by this user, Calabriel, probably butchered that name, who is usually on top of things, and I've covered some of his posts in the past. Notice a new job listing for 343 Industries. Now, this is an official job listing, so there is no question if this is real or fake. It is completely real. It is for 343 Industries, and it is officially on Microsoft.com. So the position is for senior producer, and apparently has subtly announced that a new Halo game or project is in development. In addition, after researching a bit, it seems that quite a few roles have been snatched up recently, adding to a larger, grander theory that we're going to be talking about later. There's quite a few possibilities here, so first let's recap the evidence and then get into the discussion. So in the past 30 days, the past month, 343 Industries has actually hired a couple people, it would appear. So using a site called Internet Rewind or Web Rewind, essentially we can go back into the past and see things that 343industries.com had posted, which is old job listings that are no longer there, which leads me to think that they have been snatched up. So essentially we can see that since May 9th, 343 has removed these positions for senior technical animator and senior concept artist. And also, these positions have been filled as well, it would seem. Software engineer 2, cloud services, software engineering lead, software engineer, service engineer, and technical program manager. Take note of all these roles I just listed and their important leadership or technical positions, as these might have in a game's development. So now let's get to the juicy part of this video that kind of kicked off this whole new Halo game spin-off thing. So the first section of this new job listing on Microsoft reads, 343 Industries is looking for a senior producer to work with our core services team to help develop a new project in the Halo universe. This is your chance to work on one of the most exciting and creative intellectual properties in the industry with one of the industry's most talented teams. Now, there's quite a bit more to this job listing, but as always, usually most of it is fluff. It's typical stuff that they would have for a posting like this that isn't really relevant for news, like you need to push for quality, get along with your coworkers, be a good team leader, yada yada. So in a nutshell, the senior producer is like a director to a movie. They're kind of overseeing the project with a couple of others and ensuring that it is being executed well. As you can imagine, this role is pretty important. So what does this all mean? I'll lay out my biggest theory here. As 343 begins to close their 5-year development cycle for Halo Infinite, the game is almost finished and being polished. And as you can probably imagine, most of the game is done. The cutscenes, gameplay, maps, campaign, features, and so on are not only functional, but are fun and playable, maybe lacking some polish, but it should be there for the most part at this point. And just like the previous Halo games at 343, they enter a new game development about 3 to 6 months before the current game in development releases. Of course, our information about that specific thing I just said is lacking. It would seem that would be the case for Halo Infinite, although for Halo Infinite early stuff, probably started working on maybe a whole year before Halo 5 released. And of course, they need to figure out the story roadmap. They need to have ideas kind of already sitting there. But whatever the case is, that there is evidence here that points to 343 working on a new project that isn't Halo Infinite, that could either be Halo 7 or something else, which we'll talk about soon. Everything that I've laid out here, it seems that there is basically an entirely different team working on something unrelated to the mainline story, albeit that's unconfirmed. But it seems that there are a lot of leader positions and technical roles opening up. So now you're probably wondering is, what Halo game or Halo spinoff are they working on right now? There's actually very little to go off in this area except for speculation and theories, but let's try anyway. There's been quite a few Halo games that have failed or were canceled over the years, such as Halo Mega Bloks, which was developed but then canceled. It was actually leaked by this person or someone else, PTOP Online, but basically Bonnie Ross explained that they thought it would alienate fans and it was canceled. But it actually had a lot of positive feedback when it did surface to the public. Years ago, there was actually an MMO game, although canceled. It did show promise, or at least some interesting art, and kind of took a new shot at Halo, but I think it was pretty much the same thing. They thought it would alienate the audience. Now, if 343 is fearful of that, they're probably going for a safer choice. And in addition, I think 343 is more interested in doing something entirely new, or at least what interests them as well as most Halo fans, but also just the general gaming audience. You guys are probably aware about my Lost Wolf series, which is an animated Reach series about Spartans left on Reach. It would be mind-boggling if 343 actually went in that direction, but it seems like they are very interested in Reach and that we might even be going back to Reach in Halo Infinite, but I wonder if they plan to tell a similar story of sacrifice and family, whether that be Harvest or an entirely new story in the Halo canon, maybe in the past or even after Halo Infinite. There is also a chance for a new ODST game or Halo Wars 3. Now, I think Halo Wars 3 last time we heard was technically canceled a while ago, with new art showing off space battles and just tons of customization, but I'd love to see a game from a new perspective, maybe from the Banished, but also fighting the Flood, and maybe even just an entirely new perspective on Halo characters like a first game for Halo Marines, or even just ODSTs again. But if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear what you're thinking and what you're hoping that they are working on now. Post it down in the comments, and while you're at it, go ahead and smash that like button blue, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, this is all very exciting because it seems that 343 is already gearing up for another big Halo game or some type of Halo project, and I am just thrilled to see what that is. But anyway, if you want to join me on the Halo journey, don't forget to subscribe. I make tons of Halo news and lore videos for 9 years now, so I can't believe it's been 9 years since I've started. Today is the anniversary, June 6th, but I'll see you guys soon. You take care, alright? Peace.